Lost in this hazy room, the darkness surrounds. Pulsating beats electrify the ground. I feel the energy, it's flowing through my veins.
Hey guys, what's up? It's April coming at you from California with the Phoenix Collective. I'm intuitive and a tarot card reader, and I read cards to take us on the hero's journey or the heroine's journey. Okay, I use cards, tarot cards, as narrative-based therapy. All right, we look at where we've come from, where we are now, and then we look at where we're going to go in the future if we stay on the path that we're on. But hey, we know, you guys know, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. So if you don't like what the cards have to say, then make some changes, okay? And this is your opportunity to do so. Tarot is an awesome tool to help you quantum leap, quantum jump to your highest timeline, okay? It lets you put the pause on shit, evaluate the choices that you're making, examine the feelings that are popping up in yourself, in the situation around you and others, to put your best foot forward, to live and magnetize the life of your dreams, right? Because as we make better choices, as we get off the karmic wheel, we start to incur positive dharma. This is called current chi, okay? It's not money. It's the abundance we get from putting in positive karma. And as we lift our vibration, we start to go out and produce good karmas for the greater collective. And I'm telling you, that banks up spiritually, ching, 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 and we start to see everything we want manifest in the material realm, and everything that we want becomes ours because we're losing resistance to it. We no longer feel like it's better than us, something we can't attain, or we no longer feel like we have to dim to stay into the circumstances that we already have set out for us, which may be familiar, but are miserable. Okay, we're being resilient. I pulled a music oracle today, and I got Maria by Santana. And, this song is about a very resilient Latina woman who is, in difficult circumstances, but prevails. She's a healer. She's a hood healer. So this message today is going to be for my hood healers, okay? Those that might have been born into the lower vibes, into karmic families, but have shot up like the phoenix, right? We have actually, developed a program of recovery to evaluate who we are and the choices that we're making and maintain daily maintenance on that, okay? Now, the hardest drug out there, guys, is sobriety. It's the most badass drug there is, okay? Reality. It's difficult, and it's, because it's real easy. It's real easy to take the easy way out in life, right? Okay, but if you're finding that you're still stuck in those circumstances and you're sober curious, you can always contact me. I run a sober house here in California, and the company I work for has locations throughout the US. So, hey, if you want some help starting on this journey to jump into your Phoenix era, hey, and do a little Maria action, then I got your back, okay? The collective I'm talking to today can be anywhere on this timeline. Okay, you can be at the tail end of it, you can be at the beginning of it, but just remember, let's not create problems that we don't already have. If it doesn't feel like your story, if it doesn't fit, don't force it to. All right, but just because you clicked on this message means that there's probably something beneficial in here for you. All right, so I'm going to shuffle the cards. We're going to get into this reading, and I'll be right back. Hold on, you won't feel a thing. All right, guys, let's get into it. Let's check in with our prana. Breathing in through our nose. Life force energy. And breathing all that bullshit out. Anything that doesn't serve you. Let's rebuke the energy that's not ours. Okay? If you're feeling sluggish, if you're not feeling like you're saying yourself, if you're tired and you're lacking motivation, rebuke anything that doesn't serve you. Don't just say that out loud. All it takes is intent. One breath in is a meditation. I mean, I recommend doing more than that, right? I recommend feeling your body, finding out where that stress is located, and then figuring out what that is attached to, okay? Because it's usually something outside of ourselves, or it's usually past life trauma, okay? As we strengthen ourselves, right? As we cleanse out ourselves, as we dive deep into our subconscious and we start to bring back up childhood trauma, program patternings, loops and cycles, all this shit that we're like, oh my gosh, the behavior that we're recognizing that's self-sabotaging and self-limiting, anything that tells you you can't do what you need to do or makes you a victim or makes you justify hurting others, any of that behavior, stop. Recognize it and ask, what is that telling you about yourself? Okay? Because all of that will dim your vibration and limit you from attracting what you want. If you don't feel good enough for your dreams, for all the things that you're striving for, the goals you have, hey, and if you don't have goals, well, that's a whole other story for another day, okay? Like, honestly, if you wake up each day without a purpose, I don't even care if that purpose is just to learn to be happy, okay? Like, you should have a definitive reason for getting out of bed each day, and it should be something that benefits society, okay? We are a greater collective. Our actions co-create this universe. And so let's start lifting the vibe, guys, to a higher frequency so that we can break off into this new earth and, live our life with a little more transparency. Yeah, okay. So, hey, with that being said, and with me channeling that, I definitely feel like a lot of us, so I pulled the Mars card, which is the Tower card, but it's burn or be burned. Okay, so I really feel like it's energy, it's passion, it's action, it's sex. This is Wands energy. This is Aries energy. It's also Scorpio energy. Happy birthday to my Scorpios. It's your season, baby. Okay, now Mars energy can be obviously in the upright or in the reverse. Okay, now in the positive, we are not engaging in self-destructive actions that's reckless and without thought. Okay, because Mars can move fast. Okay, Mars is kind of a triggering planet. It's definitely it's an anger and it's acting out of impulse, but it also is acting with integrity and being a warrior for change. Okay, so it's spiritual warrior shit, guys. My spiritual warriors, okay, let me explain what that is. It doesn't mean that we're out there fighting people, being nefarious and using our words and hurting people. It's not that tit for tat energy. Unless you're in the, I did pull the Scorpio card here. The Scorpio is known for that nature, the tit for tat. You did this to me, I'm going to do that to you. Right? That's bullshit. That keeps you on the karmic wheel. If we are acting out in the same way that other people are acting, then there's no productiveness in that. There's no change. Nothing changes if nothing changes, folks. Okay? Einstein said that no solution can be had when coming from the same energy that created it. Hello, you guys, this is common knowledge, it's common sense. It's, and society should reflect back to us this in our behavior, that's not okay. It's not okay. Knock it off. Okay? If we want to get off that karmic wheel and start like banking that currency that I talked about at the beginning of this video, cha-ching, 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 right? Where we are getting that spiritual abundance that manifests into worldly possessions and all the things you dream and inspire about. And, of course, with balance. Everything in life needs temperance, okay? I'm not saying like, let's live life as a transaction, that I'm only doing something in order to get a positive benefit for it, because that abundance should be spiritual as well as material. But that is our birthright as humans, right? On this planet, to live a comfortable life. And we shouldn't suffer once we've taken away the suffering. Okay, once we've gotten off that karmic wheel and are out of the low vibes and aren't constrained by our mental thoughts. Okay, change your thoughts, change your life. Louise Hay. Very simple statement. These are all very simple statements that I'm giving you today. But life is really that easy, guys. It's that easy. It's that easy to be happy and attain happiness. Okay, and it's through coming up and it's painful. It is painful once you eliminate all of that addictive and self-sabotaging behavior. Okay, once you do that, then guess what? You're left with yourself. and all the feelings each day. Okay. And it through peeling back that pain and actually evaluating it, we assign meaning to it, and then we start helping others in the greater collective. So that is removed from us. Okay, we self-seeking behaviors and no thoughts for our fellows, like that starts to slip away. Okay, and those are promises. And if you know, you know. Okay, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And we in the angelic realm today we have Enel, and Enel is kind of giving us that the Ganesh energy of removing obstacles and any blocks, breaking the circle, lifts opposing barriers, and brings victory. So if you're on this journey right now through your south node, through your pain, to find your happiness, if you are doing that, Enel is here to tell you that it's going to be worthwhile. Don't quit before the miracle happens. All right. Okay. I am definitely feeling a rebirth here. Okay. And I'm feeling a rebirth, and I'm feeling a presence of some powerful spirit guides today. So whoever you are out there, baddie, you got some people on your side that want to assist you in the spirit realm. Okay. And I talk about this all the time. We all have guides. We all have angels. We all have ancestors that are here and they want to work with us, especially as we start to break free. And my generational curse breakers, those that are here to effect change in society. And it's all done through the process of healing ourselves. We've got to start there. We have to, because it's not promotion. Okay. It's definitely, it's attraction. Okay, it's magnetizing ourselves. Once we magnetize ourselves and lift our vibrations, other people want what they have. They say, what the fuck's going on over there, motherfuckers? Okay, I want some of that. Give it to me. How did you do it? All right, because you're shining bright. You are shining fucking bright today, guys. I can barely look at you. All right, I see some healing going on, and that healing is through the south node. Okay, we only reach our north node by our south node, or we should. Otherwise, it's being done wrong, right? It's being done in transactions and power and status and taking others out. It's like that fucking 6 sad human games of climbing the ladder. All right, we're not doing that, folks. We're not doing that. Okay, it's the slower route, but it's the best route, okay? Because it gives you long-term stability and personal growth and personal change, and then you're happy. Okay, you're happy. I'm definitely seeing that that disappointments won't make me fear dreaming big. Okay, so we definitely had to go through some loss and some hurt, but look at that whole time there was 2 cups there. So not all hope is ever lost. Those dreams, who you were as incarnated beings, is always still there. And that's what this card represents, all right? There are a lot of people in your past, I'm picking up here, that remember you as that person, okay? Or remember a time period in your life where maybe you were. And I mean, I'm definitely picking up on that maybe there was some manipulation done to keep you there. Maybe you were targeted. Maybe people saw your light and were jealous of it. All right. And I'm definitely picking up that this family, you guys, if you find that your family doesn't want to help you, doesn't speak kindly about you, doesn't call up to talk to you and check in on you, but is calling everybody doing the telephone soldier and putting you down, making you into the bad person, they're elevating themselves, right? That's a form of energy transference and stealing. They are stealing your light because you shine bright and trying to make themselves better than you, okay? They're cloaking in your energy, all right? Because I'm telling you, if people really truly do care about you, they'll pick up the phone and they'll call you. They'll reach out and help you. All right. And if not, then there's definitely some, most likely some mental illness going on in the family, or, I hate to say it, but even some greed, some lust. I pulled up the false document card, which maybe they were trying to steal something from you or keep you from getting something. Okay. Pretty sad, sick, sad shit, okay? But I'm not sure what your story is. This will be different for everybody, but I'm definitely picking up this is in the family. So I'm feeling that this message is also for my generational curse breakers, okay? You were born into this family for a reason, to break the ties that afflict this family. Okay, and I'm talking toxic femininity. I'm talking scapegoating. I'm talking about abuse of power and control. I'm talking about mothers that are jealous of their children. Yuck. Or mothers that want to keep the control in the family and keep you from getting what's yours, rightfully, from your ancestors. Spiritual inheritances. These are your birthright. And once you lift your vibration and they can't keep you under that manipulation anymore, then there's nothing they can do to stop you, baby. And I feel like I'm talking to a collective today that is there, okay? That who you are speaks for itself. There's nothing anybody can say to the contrary. And I love you. Congratulations, you put in the work. Okay, and that's awesome. Maybe some toxic femininity going on. I've got the karmic feminine going on here, so that could be a sister, an aunt, a mother, grandmother. Maybe some ties in the family lineage that women aren't supporting each other. They're taking each other out and trying to be on top. They're trying to make each other, trying to be better. They're trying to keep things from you. This is horrible shit. Okay, it's jealousy. It's gossip. It's unfortunate where they take one person and they have to sacrifice them to feel better, or also to hide what's really going on in the family. This family's got secrets. Okay, the family has some secrets, but by cutting yourself off and refusing to take part in it, to recognize it and heal it, that means that you are stopping that for your children and your children's children. Generational curse breakers, man, you weren't meant to life wasn't meant to be easy. You were, the spirit guide that I'm pulling up is this. I got the King of Swords, and he kind of is always my protector card. And he's intellectual, he's mind over feelings. So he's very stoic, quiet. He's there to protect, okay, and not allow abuse. And when it is toxic femininity, it's narcissism. It's narcissism, it's word games, it's mind games, it's manipulation, and it can keep you in a very low vibration. But he's there and he's shielding you from that. Okay? And God knew you could handle this mission, baby. He did. And I'm picking up that this wasn't your first go around with this family. Maybe in a past lifetime they were successful, but this time you're prevailing. Yeah, you're not going to allow that. You remembered who you fucking are. A badass being of light. Okay? Here to produce receptivity and cooperation in this world and end generational trauma. Yes, in your family lineage. And you've got ancestors that have your back on this. They want to help you. So this spirit guide that's with you is also with your ancestors. So talk to these guys, okay? Pray with them. Ask them for your help, because they're going to sit back and not do much unless you invite them in, okay? All you have to do is ask for help. And that's the hardest step, but it's the first step in life, is knowing that even if you feel alone, and I'm not sure where you are on this self-healing journey or the narrative of these cards today, but if you're in the beginning of it, if your family has pushed you out and nobody wants to help, and every action they're taking seems to harm you and not help you and keep you in a state of depression and lack, don't give them that power, okay? Remember that there are people out there that want to help, and your ancestors will help you if you ask them, and they'll come in and kick some ass. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, to all my light workers and Lumerians, my starseeds, my rainbow babies, my crystal children, okay, all of you, my spiritual warriors, those that were born and gifted with knowledge and a connection to the divine, that have an understanding and an intuitive connection, okay? Once you start the process, you are protected. And God will whoop some ass for you. Dude, trust me, you're walking karma. And you don't even have to do anything, okay? So that tit for tat, that scorpionic nature doesn't even need to be done. Stay in your lane, baby. Stay in your lane, all right? Because God will take care of all the riffraff around you. And then your vibration will lift. And as your vibration lifts, you end up in a vibration that's in a timeline that's completely different. And I'm feeling some quantum shifting happening. Okay? Look around you. Attitude of gratitude, guys. All right? Look around you. Pull out a piece of paper. Write down all the things you have. And then look at that. Were these all the things that you've been wishing and striving and hoping for? Because I bet you have them. Sanctuary, soul tribe, purpose, happiness, stability, abundance. Yeah, I bet it's there. Okay? And if it's not, trust me, promise it's on its way. If you keep doing what you're doing, push through the hurt, push through the pain. Don't get sucked back into those lower natures, okay? Those lower natures of Mars. Don't do it, okay? Push up and out into your north node from that south node, and we got, because I'm telling you, Anel is here in the 3D realm to watching you and helping you today. All right, these people can't even touch you. Okay, you're in your ice, and I'm getting the Ice Queen energy, and the Spirit's telling me with this is that, you know, you might have been quiet for the last few months, and they might have thought they won because they weren't getting any feedback from you. Oh no, 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 no. Spirit wanted them to relax, kick back. Yeah, think that they won. Those jealous bitches. But they didn't. You were just putting in the work to be better. Okay? And because I'm definitely seeing that, look at right here, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, and that's that seed. This is that seed from Spirit that was planted. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight, but he's still very productive. Okay, he's steady and easy. He's the most reliable of all the knights. Okay, he's not reckless. Okay, he was bringing you. This is that spiritual abundance, right? There's the life force energy in the flag. There's that inner child. It's completely naked, all right, and authentic, bringing you back to that state of that innocence, purifying you with the light of Christ energy and Christ consciousness. And that the horse is that power and the chariot that moves you forward in this journey into joy, success, celebration, positivity. Anything you want is yours, baby. I mean, fuck, Midas touch. All right. So I've also more night energy. We've got all the nights out here. They're all laid out. So anything you're working on is coming in very, very fast and quickly right now. And you've got these nights delivering it. Here's this sort of clarity. So all of this bullshit from your past is probably resolving, and that's why it's popping up. Okay. Because we've got some people that are nostalgic. They're thinking about you. They're thinking about the past. And they're not very happy, even though Spirit is trying to offer them this cup and let them know it's time to back off and start focusing on yourself. That's their emotional new beginning. But they can't even see what they have in front of them. God, this is a sad thing. I'm picking up that these people have everything that they need, but they're not happy. Why? Because it's not been attained through the South Node. It's been obtained by stomping on other people. And that's not going to make you happy. Okay? And it's not going to make you happy. The time of bondage, guys. The time of bondage. And this is all mental. The sword's energy. These swords can't hurt her. Okay? That's all in the mind. She's bound, but there's no threat around her, really. And the kingdom's right there. Everything she wants is right there. So let's loosen the bondages, okay? Let's pick up those swords and let's heal from them and move forward. All right, I am picking up, the Rising Star. Now, this can mean two different things. When I look at this card, I always think it's either broadcasting, like maybe some shit's going to be made public or come to light, or that you're going to have some success. All right, and you're going to start using that chakra, that throat chakra, to affect change in this world. Okay, you are a healer and entering your Queen of Pentacles energy. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Okay? Short, sweet, simple message of hope and healing today. Healer, confirmation. All right? Yeah. You've got other things to do than worry about these guys, but Spirit's bringing them up because just a reminder, and I say this all the time because I really always wonder, why are they bringing up people from my past when they're not part of my future? But they are, because without them, we wouldn't be right here, right now. Okay? And by us rising into our north node, it forces them into their south node, where they can then start examining who they are and their character and start building from a better foundation too. We're meant to be mirrors, guys, where we're meant to reflect back to society their wounds so that they can start working on them. And we might blow them up. You're not doing a good job if you don't, guys. You might have people blowing up around you because you don't always want to see your reflection in the mirror, especially if it's not a good one. But with love and light, we need to have compassion for the cycles and the cycles in life, and how people have helped us become who we are. Thankful, gratitude, love, compassion. Okay? Because they too have the ability to meet us here on this timeline. They just have to put the work in. And until then, keep them out. They can do that way the fuck over there, because it's going to take time and energy and a lot of work to make it to where you are. And it's not your job to save them. It's your job to show them, okay? Show them through your own self-healing. So with love and light, guys, remember that we are all spiritual beings living this human existence. We're all suffering this human reality together. So be kind to yourself, be kinder to those around you. Namaste.